welcome back to my channel. For those who don't know me, my name is Brianna Blocker and I do lifestyle videos here on YouTube. So today I'm going to be talking about 5 ways to survive college. It is a stressful 4 years. Sometimes people are in for more than 4 years. And so I'm a junior now, so I'm about to start my senior year. And so basically I wanted to give you my 5 tips to surviving college. I know it's stressful and a lot of people lose themselves in the mix of it all, and it just becomes so much all the time. And so I really wanted to help you guys out and let you guys know what I've learned. And so yeah, so my first tip would have to be to get organized. I know that this is one that everyone says, but I swear this is the most useful tip that I have. So I recommend getting a planner. You could put everything from when assignments are due, when you need to work on when, if you have a work schedule, when you need to go in, and all that other fun stuff. If you have a date, or if you have a girls' night or boys' night, you know, just staying organized and having all that in one place, and not just having a planner, but making to-do lists and writing down what you need to get done that day. I find that so helpful. And another thing that I do to stay organized is I write out me and my husband's schedule so it's in one place. So if I don't remember what time he's in class and I wanted to go on a date with him, it's all right there. If I wanted to go hang out with my girlfriends, I have my whole schedule there. When I'm working, when I have class, all of that is in there. And so staying organized is so incredibly helpful, and it really makes it to where you're not getting lost in the mix of everything. And so it really helps to keep yourself sane at times, because you're not stressed about, oh no, that homework assignment is due tonight and I totally forgot. Like, it's right there in your planner and you can go back and look at that for a reference so you never forget. Another thing I recommend is meeting people, whether that's getting hooked up in clubs or talking to the person next to you in class, or, you know, I go to church, so I meet people through there and through small group. But doing that allows you to not be alone and not feel, you know, lonely and tired. Go out with your roommate and go have fun and do something outside of school. Meeting people allows you to do something as a stress reliever, and not only that, but gives you a social life. It is very helpful to be hanging out with people and getting to know people, because then you're not only distracted from school, but it also gives you a chance to go through school with someone that understands you and knows what you're going through, and you guys can talk and rant and just go on all the long conversations about how school sucks or how school's great. So I highly recommend, whether that's getting hooked up in clubs or just going out and networking or just going out with your roommate in general, I highly recommend it, and it is such a great stress reliever. Another thing I recommend is getting into a routine. I know that me personally, life is more stressful without a routine. It kind of goes hand in hand with a planner. It's right there, it's laid out for you. Whether you write it down or you just commit it to memory, just knowing like, hey, every single day I'm gonna wake up at this time, so I have time to do this, this, and this. Or at night, this is what I'm going to do to make sure that I'm ready for the next morning. For me, I try to wake up at 8 every single day, whether that's I have class an hour later or I have class 3 hours later. It just really helps getting into routine and knowing that there's a little bit of control. I know that that's, for me, it's an additive stress not having that control over what's going on. And so having a routine helps me gain that control. And it really allows me not to be as stressed out, because I know what time I'm going to bed. I know what, you know, is my time space for homework, my time space for work, you know, all that other stuff. So I highly recommend getting into routine. It really is such a big de-stressor. My 4th tip would to be make time for you. You know, I've talked about meeting with people and how that is a stress reliever, but honestly, just having time for yourself, whether that's taking a bath, reading a book, going out and, you know, sitting next to a tree or going to the dog park with your dog, you know, making time for yourself, that could be a huge stress reliever. You know, don't worry about school, don't worry about that homework assignment or that project. Make a time, whether that's 5 minutes or 2 hours or even a whole day. I highly recommend having time for yourself, because it allows you to de-stress and really like find yourself again. I know that in college, you know, the stress of like homework and assignments, it's a way to not think about school or work. It's allowing yourself to, you know, really have time for yourself, because when you pile on school and work and everything else, you start to lose yourself. because you're stressing about school and your job and just like all these little things that you have to do. But taking time for yourself allows having that little bit of time where you're not worrying about anything. You're just worrying about you. You can read a book and go into La La Land, whatever works for you, whether that's taking a bath and listening to some music and just zoning out. I feel like that's so important to survive in college, because without that, you're gonna be so stressed out and just you're gonna go crazy. And my last tip would be to think positive. If you're thinking, I really don't wanna go to that class is gonna suck, this test is gonna suck, I don't wanna study, I don't wanna go to work, I don't wanna hang out with people, you're just gonna be absolutely miserable. So even if you don't feel like thinking positive, force yourself to think positive, because your whole day is going to turn out a lot better than you were going into it. You know, I really hate studying. I really hate homework. I don't want to go to class, but I do it and I think positive while doing it, because if I think negatively about it, I'm just going to be miserable the whole entire time I'm doing it. I'm in college for 4 years, you know, so I might as well just be positive about it, or else I'm just going to hate all the 4 years. So seriously, think positive, don't stress about the small stuff, and it's really gonna change not only your attitude about everything, but it's gonna make you feel better and not make you just grumpy and miserable the whole time. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope I really helped you guys kind of get an idea of how you could survive college and how you could better your college experience. I know that I'm so happy for college to be almost done, but without these 5 things, I would have been literally going crazy. And so I hope that this helps you guys. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to watch more of my videos, and make sure to hit the little bell to be notified when I post new videos. All right guys, on that note, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.